Spirituality is not avoidance. Spirituality, done correctly, is the opposite of avoidance, actually. People kind of sometimes act like, oh, well, you could just go and sit in a cave in the Himalayas and meditate for years, as if that would be avoidance. That would not be avoidance. Try to sit in a cave and meditate for a week and see if you feel that you're really getting away with anything. I doubt that will work. No, spirituality is a confrontation with your bullshit, primarily. All the beautiful things happen intermittently and or come at the end. Spirituality is about revealing a part of yourself that you shut down a long time ago because of your childhood trauma and so forth. And it's based on a few basic principles. Number one, you are your higher self. The idea is that your true identity is your eternal identity. And the fact is that our egos, our temporary identities, are what we're focused on right now as physically incarnated beings. And what we don't realize is that most of the totality of what we really are is stuff that we're not even aware of and potentially have no capability of being aware of while in the physical body. But we don't need to worry about that. That's not our department. The rest of our being is fully in charge of that. And for us, it's just a matter of transitioning into an identification as the true self, the higher self, the soul, whatever you want to call it. The second part of spirituality, the way I look at it, is you have a life purpose. Now, why would you leave the realm of spirit, which, of course, you didn't fully leave? Most of you is still there. But why would you incarnate into this limited being, into this human that doesn't even remember who they really are? Well, it's to solve a certain puzzle. It's to grow on a certain level. And there's a life purpose. Everybody has one. I've been doing past life regression for almost 14 years now. And one of the things that we always tap into is the life purpose of the client. And sometimes the life purpose is deceptively simple, but it's always a struggle. So the life purpose might be just relax and trust. And that might be the hardest thing that a person could ever do. It's like, give me a job to do. Give me a task to fulfill. I can do that. But I don't know how to just relax and trust. Well, that's probably why it's your life purpose. Everybody has a different kind of life purpose. And it depends on what you set up prior to incarnating. The third part. You were born with the talents that you need to fulfill this life purpose. These talents oftentimes are things that you have not developed because you didn't get the appropriate encouragement as a child, or because of issues of unworthiness, fear of various kind, fears of rejection, fears of being judged. But in the end, it's up to you to apply the self-love necessary to fulfill your life purpose. And that takes us to number 4. Self-love is essential to spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is not about how long you can meditate. Spiritual awakening is about being grounded in a higher and higher identity, meaning identifying as your higher self, and having a self-love that forgives yourself for everything along the way and realizes that every day is a new day to start over and do what you can and not focus on doing what you cannot do. There are all kinds of issues that we have, and there are all kinds of ways that we reject ourselves. But when we apply self-love to all of our pains, all of our hurts, then we can align as that higher self embodied in this limited self, and we can awaken. And finally, the issues and emotions that arise on your journey are tailor-made to strengthen and awaken you. And how are they tailor-made? Are they tailor-made by a big god in the sky with a beard and robes? No. They are tailor-made by the fact that you have an energy field that has incompletions that magnetize people and events to have a little psychodrama with in whatever way, or to not, in order to evolve. So, for example, if one of your emotional issues is jealousy, then you might find yourself on a cycle of cheating on people and being cheated on people, rejecting or being rejected, being fascinated with these themes. And your fascination and the fact that these themes are incomplete will keep magnetizing situations even after you decided, I'm not going to cheat anymore. I'm not going to date anybody who's a cheater. You will magnetize the cheater, and you will magnetize the opportunity that you cannot resist to cheat until you have grown in whatever way is necessary, cleared whatever emotional stuff is needed to be cleared, and then you will transcend that issue. So, as you go through life and you look at the world as a mirror that is mirroring back your manifestations to you, then you will realize what's going on with this. And you will take responsibility for your manifestations, and you will see them in light of this whole process. Then you will start seeing things from the perspective, going back to the beginning, of your higher self. You are that higher self. Of your purpose. You do have a purpose. You do have the talents necessary to fulfill it. And with self-love, you can heal the issues that keep magnetizing the bullshit to you so that these things can be cleared. And then you go up the next rung of the game, and there will be issues there as well. And finally, you will You will be a channel of your higher self in the physical dimensions. And that's what your life will be all about. And things will get more and more magical, and challenges will keep occurring because that's why we're here. We are here to jump in to a very dense environment and to overcome it through the fact that we are spirit that manifested this challenge on purpose. We are not victims of our spiritual path, our life purpose. We're not victims of all of the challenges that we set up before this lifetime. And when we come into alignment with that and we progress and do the work, amazing things happen. If you'd like to chat with me, I offer a 15-minute free phone consultation to see whether my work resonates with you. And you can find that on my website, andysway.com, or book it through Calendly/AndySway. And I'd love to speak with you and see if my work resonates with how your path is unfolding. Thank you so much for listening, and more is on the way. Thanks.